Hey guys, it's Wendy Hutchinson, and this is my April 2025 newsletter. Thank you so much for being here. This month was about trusting the process, and this was a theme that was presented to me because I can feel the collective scream out there energetically as people are being confronted with so much fear, you know, and there's a lot of triggers here, especially in the United States, based on a lot of the policies that are being put in place here. And I think we're also being confronted with a lot of our deepest vulnerabilities and wounds. We have such deep things being triggered within us that are coming up to be healed. So, my newsletter this month was about trust the process. It was to encourage you all to really, really dig a little deeper and explore what is creating this fear within you, because the events externally are always just a mirror for us to take a look at whatever emotion is being triggered, right? It could be vulnerability, it could be lack of security, it could be unworthiness, a combination of all of the above, right? So I wanted to encourage you just to do a little more exploration and identify what some of your core fears are, because when we're in fear, we tend to tip into control, and it's just such an unhealthy pattern. It's not really moving you forward in life. It's actually holding you back. So when we can clear the density and we can do our inner healing work, we begin to drop all of the weight that we've been pulling behind us, right? That 18-wheeler of our history with our mom, or our not being good enough, or whatever it is that we have packed in the bags that are on our back that we carry through life. This is a time to really start to unpack that and tip more into faith. So, in my newsletter, I did talk about how we can really shift our perspective, because everything for me, as you know, is energy. So, there's an energetic boomerang and resonance to what we are focusing on. If we're focusing on limiting beliefs, obstacles, reasons why we can't change our circumstance, all of those things are going to amplify and reinforce the fact that you can't change your circumstance, right? Or you can't transcend this struggle, whatever it looks like. So I'm encouraging you to really shift your focus and redirect all that energy that you're pouring into problems and obstacles into potentials for your life. So it's a complete mindset shift, because where we place our energy grows. So I encourage you to maybe write down some of the things that you are wanting to invite into your life and put energy into creating and dreaming about those potentials. You know, I recently decided I needed to move. The walls here were just starting to close in on me. And this is just a quick story about how I really went into faith and trust that the right thing that was for me is for me. And the right thing that's for you is for you. You have to align with that knowing and know that what's for you is for you, and it's going to find you. You don't have to really work it. You don't have to really push against it. When you're open to receiving it, when you're in that divine flow, when you're aligned in your choices and really excavating and releasing all the things that aren't supporting your vision, your dreams, your life, your emotional and mental health. When you can start to do that and let go, you're really allowing the seas to part wider and wider to invite the thing in. So, quick story, I was looking for a place to live, and I'm in Houston, Texas, and I was looking everywhere. I was, the clock was ticking down to the end of my lease, which is in May, and I was kissing a lot of frogs. I was going into places that had, beautiful sunlight, or they had things on my list, but maybe it was a 1930s house and the closet was one hall closet rod for the entire house. Like that was the storage, you know? Um, and so I kept saying no to the things that were wrong for me, like this place, or one smelled like cat pee, like that place, I just kept saying no and really aligning with what I want. And I had a very specific vision of what I wanted. I wanted a open concept kitchen because I love to bake. I wanted a lot of sunlight because I'm a plant person and I have all these plants. I wanted a space that felt like home, not an apartment. I wanted to feel like a home and I wanted space for guests. There was just this laundry list. And one night I get this intuitive nudge to look on the building website. I was so focused on moving out of here that it didn't occur to me to look here. So I'm looking on this website, I'm going floor by floor on the map for availability, and every floor had the same units that I live in, three units available, exact same model of what I have. I'm going up the levels, third floor, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, all the floors. And I get to the penthouse level, and there's two units available that are bigger. And I arranged for a tour the next morning because why not? Why not dream, right? Why not? Why not go big? Why do I have to constantly place limitations on myself, right? Now, the old me would have edited myself down, talked myself out of it, been in fear about it, felt unworthy of having it. And you can see how those limiting beliefs can really shape our reality, right? Because we make choices based on those fears and unworthiness or whatever the narrative is. For me, it was unworthiness. Like, I don't deserve that. But I was like, hell yeah, I deserve that. I'm gonna go look. So I did, and it's a corner unit. It checked all the boxes. It's beautiful, but it's not huge. Like I didn't want a huge home, you know? But it was like it was perfect. It had the kitchen for baking. It had windows all the way around, sunlight. I get to still utilize the beautiful pool here and have my sunset views. It was just magical. And I was thinking about all the ways that when we're in fear and we don't trust the process and we don't open our hearts to receive what is for us, we are just diminishing our value, we're diminishing our worthiness, we are talking ourselves out of things that we deserve. And I'm talking not just about finding a beautiful home, but a beautiful life. We are editing ourselves down constantly and settling. Because I will tell you, I looked at some homes with these closets that were impossible. They were so tiny because older homes that they were beautiful, they were renovated. Older homes have no storage if they are built in the 1930s or even the 50s. Zero. And I remember standing there talking to the realtor going, um, I don't think I can possibly edit my wardrobe down to fit here in this half of the closet. But I thought about it. The fact that I even stopped and thought, well, maybe it was ridiculous, right? So what I'm encouraging you all to do is instead of editing yourself and your desires down, to amplify and expand and dream your life. Dream it, feel it, write it, put energy into the vision of it and you being in the space and you having it. Because that is your magic. That is your power. That is your alignment with what your heart is calling to you. And it has to be pure, it has to be pure. It has to be in alignment with you, not just what you think you need to look like or what you think you need to make other people happy. It's about what you need and your alignment. And that is going to really, when you really bring your energy back in and your focus into creating your beautiful life and future, everything will change. So trust the process, you all. And one last thing, I am having a beautiful 99-cent Kindle sale on my book, Finding the Path of Me, Awakening to Remembering Who I Am and Why I'm Here. And that 99-cent Kindle book is on sale from April 25th to April 28th. So this weekend, I will include a link to purchase in my comments on the video, or if you're watching this in the newsletter, that link will be provided as well on the book image. And I hope you guys dare to dream. I hope you guys can find faith in yourselves, trust yourselves, and trust the process. All right, guys, have a beautiful weekend wherever you are. And I love you all. We'll see ya. Bye.